Hey, it's Johara. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here with my mom.
Hello.
So we are going to do a shipping wars video. Basically, in this bowl, I have all these couples on each shred of paper, and we will take out two of them and decide which couple we like better. How does that sound?
Sounds awesome.
I got this idea from Kid Loves Sissy, so you should all check out her videos because she's pretty awesome. Um,
I'm not too big into watching YouTube videos, but I catch myself with her watching Kate Loves Disney a couple different times. And that dude, what's that dude's name?
uh,
'Cause,
What's Up videos.
Yeah, Watso videos.
He changed his name though, and so did Caleb's name. Her name now on YouTube is Kaylin McKillop. I think that's how you pronounce it. And then his name is his real name too. They both changed it to Isaac Carlson.
Oh, didn't know that, but all right.
I still refer to him that way because that's how I'm used to him, and that's the only way I know she'll know who I'm talking about. So, but yeah, okay, ready?
Ready.
Okay, so Marnie and Ethan from Halloween Town,
Morning, Ethan.
and Kim and Ron from Kim Possible.
So am I supposed to tell you which one I like better?
Yep.
Kim and Ron, come on.
That's my answer too. Kim and, I
Okay.
love Kim and Ron.
It's Kim Possible and Ron Stoppable. You can't do better than that. They get married, she becomes Kim Stoppable.
Oh.
That's gonna really suck with her crime fighting thing.
No one can.
But
I don't see her
Marnie,
change your last name.
Marnie, you shouldn't have to change your last name. She didn't want to. But Marnie and Ethan do look great together.
I do like them
they
together.
Really do.
I think they should
But
got them together in the third movie
yeah,
instead of that other guy because I didn't like him.
yeah, I didn't like. She was with a new person in each movie.
Okay. Paige and Henry from Charmed.
I love Henry.
Same. And then Evie and Doug from Descendants.
Evie and oh my god, that's a hard one.
I love Paige and Henry because I love Henry and he's just awesome. But I think I would have to go with Evie and Doug because their relationship was just so cute.
I'm not a big Paige fan, I have to admit, but I love Henry. His understandingness and
Oh
stuff
my
was just
gosh.
amazing. That's
I
exactly
still
what
love to
a
see
charm one needs.
yes, if they're dating an immortal.
Yeah,
But I
exactly.
still love to see when he goes to see what happened to his wife, and then she's like, "We're not okay. We were okay, but
we weren't okay,
okay,
but
we
we're
are
okay
now. And
now.
in the future, everything's gonna be really okay."
Yeah, and he's just like, okay,
Okay.
see you at home, and leaves. But I agree with you. I think I'm gonna go with Evie and Doug because I like the fact that his love for her made her a better person. You know, because she always thought that she needed the handsome Prince Charming. She always thought that she was stupid, and Doug helped her realize how amazing she was and how talented she was.
And how smart.
Yeah, and that was great. He gave her a lot that she needed.
Emma and Neil from Once Upon a Time.
Okay, at least it was Neil and not Hook.
Yeah, I think I did do a few couples I don't like just to spice it up. Xander and I from Buffy. Crap, that's hard.
Okay, I'm going with Emma and Neil. Okay, because I love Neil. He's so freaking
I love
cute.
Emma and Neil. I love Neil so much. He's amazing. But I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna have to go with Xander and Anya just because they're two of my favorite characters on Buffy, and their relationship was just so amazing. I love that. I don't know if you probably do. Remember, you've seen the show just as much as I have. But right after Riley had told Buffy not to let Riley go when she chased him at the helicopter, right after that he went to Anya and told her how much he loved her because he wasn't sure he made it clear. That was just the sweetest thing ever.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings about Zayn and Anya. I like them both individually. As a couple,
I thought you
I
loved them together.
no,
What?
I have mixed feelings about them together. I guess because neither one of them were that understanding towards the other. Neither one of them was willing to change that much for each other. It's
Yeah, but in the end, that was the point because in the end they did love each other for who they were, even if it was
yeah,
difficult at
but in
times.
a relationship, you need to grow together, which means you do have to change a little bit, but you still got to love the person for who they are at the same time. You
Yeah, I
can't
love them
change all of
together.
them. Still, I choose. It's Neil. You can't say anything.
He was
It's
awesome,
Neil.
but Xander is just amazing.
It's Neil.
It's Xander.
Still Neil.
Really? Because I will die swearing that Xander's the only reason why any of them are alive.
I will give you that. I will give you that.
Let's see. Kara and Barry, they're not canon, but from the
Canon.
Arrowverse. Canon means they actually happened on the show. Whether or
Oh.
not they ended up together, canon means they actually happened. Non-canon means it's a couple that people wanted to get together, but there was no hint that they even ever were together.
So Cara and Barry. Who's the other one?
Jackie Fez. Kara and Barry. I don't ship them together, but I hate Jackie and Fez together from that 70s
Yeah,
show.
Jackie and Fez. That should have just never happened. But Cara and Barry, they had a really solid friendship,
Yeah, I
and
love their friendship.
at one time you kind of hate for them to get together because it would you think that it might ruin their friendship, but a lot of times the best relationships are built out of an awesome friendship, and I think they could have had an amazing a relationship through their friendship.
I love their friendship. I
And I
don't
would
ship
love to
them though.
see what a child of theirs would, what kind of powers they'd have. Just saying.
Well, they would have. I see them having more Kara's powers because Barry's power. He wasn't born with his powers. He got his on an accident.
That's true, but in the movie The Fly, he was a scientist and he went into this thing to warp himself. I don't remember exactly why. It's been long since I've seen the movie. The movie's really, really old. And a fly actually accidentally got into his machine, and so he started to become a fly. And then when he got with his girlfriend and she got pregnant, when the child was born, the child actually had fly powers because he got she got pregnant after his DNA already had the fly in it. So because Barry has the superpowers now, any child he has could end up with those powers because he already has them in his genetic DNA. That makes sense to me. So I'm going with it.
Xena and Ares from Xena Warrior Princess.
Oh, I love them together.
Phoebe and Cole from Charmed. I'm gonna go with Phoebe and Cole. I did love them together.
I go with Xena and Aries. I do because there's just something they had chemistry that was just amazing. Even though with her being good now and everything, she didn't really want him, but he did good deeds because of his love for her.
True.
And I think she actually did care about him regardless of everything. That's the reason she kept helping him.
Yeah.
Or even though she was good intensely anyway, so she was helping everybody, I do think there was some kind of feelings there that she had for Aries.
I,
But I love Phoebe. I do. Still,
I
Cole's
like
not Coop. So
I like Cole a lot.
he's not Coop.
He he did change a lot for Phoebe. I think honestly, I think they could have made it work if it wasn't for the source, or if he would have at least told them about the source, and they could have gotten it out of him before it was too late. But at
That's
the same
true, but
time,
he
the
was
source wouldn't let
also
him.
tricked by the seer.
Yeah,
Because
he didn't ask for the source.
Yeah, he didn't
didn't
want
want
that
it.
back. Yeah.
And it showed several times him fighting that part of him, but in the end, the source was too powerful for him. But even though the source was more powerful for him and took him over, he even mentioned that when he was completely the source, that part that loved Phoebe was too strong that even when he was completely evil, he couldn't kill her.
True.
So
He's still not Coop. But I do like Cole. Don't get me wrong. I do like Cole. But to be honest, I liked Cole better when he was half Balthazar. I did. He had an edge, just something there that made
that was
him.
my favorite Cole.
Yeah.
I did also like it when he had all those powers and tried to kill himself. And then he brought the whole figure of Bob. He's like, I wonder how I'm gonna survive this. I wanted to see that.
That would have been interesting.
Well, when he just had to carry his head around.
When him and Piper tried to kill each other.
Right, because they were both invincible at the time. That was
something,
hilarious
yeah.
too.
That's one of my favorite parts.
Same. Even though I don't like the episode, I love that scene.
Yeah, I don't like the episode either, but that scene is worth watching.
Carlos and Jane from Descendants.
Okay.
Betty and Jughead from Riverdale. Oh, this is hard. I love them both.
I'm gonna go with Betty and Jughead.
Really? That actually surprised me a little.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I love Carlos. I do. Jane's okay, and they have a really sweet and loving relationship and all. But Betty and Jughead have some sort of weird understanding, and they crime fight, and their relationship just to me seems to have more than Carlos and Jane does. I don't know.
Maybe it
It's
was
hard for
also
me to explain.
maybe it's also because we had more time to really see the relation grow. You know, I mean, there's only three Descendants movies, and they didn't really have much interaction at all in
True.
the first movie.
That's true, and we've seen the ups and downs of Betty and Jughead
And we're
too.
on what, season 4 of Riverdale,
Yeah,
season 5,
5, I
and
think.
yeah, season 5, and we've watched them for, and they've had something together since season 1. So
Yeah, and it is Cole Sprouse, so
Cole Sprouse is awesome, but yeah, and I'm gonna probably have to go with Betty and Jughead too. I love Carlos and Jane; they're so sweet and stuff, but
they have a sweetness about them. But I guess I like Betty and Jughead because they have a
Edge.
edge to them. Yeah, and you know me, I always like the edge. I do.
I swear, if Betty and Jughead don't end up together,
I'm still on the graduation episode because I've missed several, and
I'm I watched the graduation episode, so I'm on the first part of the time jump. Haven't gotten there yet, though.
I can't find it anywhere because even on Netflix, or it's not on Netflix yet, and on Hulu, they have the episode right before graduation, and then they skip 5 or 6 episodes. Well, I can't go to that episode without seeing
Yeah.
the ones in between, so I'm gonna have to wait till it's on Netflix.
Spectra and Porter from Monster High.
Yeah,
What?
I remember the episode. I remember the movie.
I like them.
You think I didn't remember the movie there for a second?
Tara and Willow from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I
Um,
love Spectra and Porter, but there's something about Tara and Willow that I
I
love.
I go with Tara and Willow too. I like Allison Hannigan first of all.
I mean,
Um,
I would have loved more Spectra and Porter in other movies, but I love the movie they did have. You know how they kind of were enemies at first, even if they did have an attraction to each other at the beginning, and then they worked together to solve the whole red whatever. I forgot her name now, but
the Lady in Chains.
yeah, Red Lady.
Red Lady.
And how they end up growing to really care about each other and help each other, and it was sweet. But Tara and Willow, there's just something about them that they're my favorite couple on Buffy. I didn't know if you knew that.
Yes, I did actually. You can't not know that because she mentions Tara like a billion and one
I
times
love Tara.
all the time.
She's my favorite character.
Tara is an awesome person though, and she brought out a side of Willow that even Oz, who I love, by the way,
I love Oz too, but Tara is best.
um, that even Oz couldn't bring out of her. She gave Willow something that Willow needed.
I'm still a little bit mad at Willow though for what she did to Tara. That was uncalled for. The whole mind thing.
Oh yeah.
Tara had been through so much, and that was the one thing that she's been through. People messing with her mind. So, and Willow knew that.
But Willow was is like anyone with an addiction. She was so consumed by her addiction
People
that
always
she
make
just.
excuses for people on addictions.
I'm not making excuses. I'm saying her power was like an addiction. She didn't think she's going to get caught. She thought there was no harm in it. She couldn't stop herself. She didn't want to fight with her anymore over it, but she didn't want to stop.
It still
So
wasn't right.
I never said it was. I'm not making excuses for her. I just said it was like an addiction.
Blair and Casey from Facts of Life.
Eh, I like Blair. I do like what Casey brought out in Blair.
Jane and Lonnie from Descendants.
Oh, that's a hard one.
Let's go with Jane and Lonnie.
I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah, I.
She could kick his ass, and that's that. Oh, can I say that on the?
Yes.
She could kick his butt, and I think Jay, those as Mel said in the first movie, those pink preppy princesses are not exactly Jay's speed.
No.
He needs a kick-ass princess
Exactly.
that's gonna put him in his place when he pisses her off.
That's what I always say. It's like I can't imagine Jay with someone from Ordon except for Lonnie because Lonnie was different.
Yeah.
Because she's a lot like her mom.
Yeah.
And because like how in the first movie they had Jay and Audrey dancing together at the end and looked like they might have had them get together. I'm glad they didn't go that route, even if Audrey was in the second movie, because I can't see Jay with someone who is all, princessy and royal,
Yeah.
No, Jay needs someone who can fight and kick his butt.
Oh yeah.
Phoebe and Coop from Charmed.
It's Coop. So
Alex and Joe from Grey's Anatomy.
yeah, it's Coop. Sorry about that.
Alex and Joe from Grey's Anatomy.
Ah,
That's
a little hard because I like what Alex had been through. Joe.
If you've seen all of Grey's Anatomy, you know Alex was a jerk in season 1. You haven't really seen the earlier
No,
seasons.
but I know what you don't.
He was a jerk. Some of these things he said, he was sleazy. He cheated on Izzy when they dated at the beginning.
But he was there for Joe, and she been through heck.
And when you find out about his past too, because he had actually been through a lot. His father abandoned him. He's the oldest, and and his mom was kind of so he basically had to take care of his mom, take care of his little siblings. He didn't really get a childhood, and
so he became bitter.
Yeah, resentful, pretty much. But he did. And one thing I love about Alex is that you see his character development. He was this awful person at the beginning who we
sad
all
when he left.
Yes, who we all hated, and then we all cried when he left. I mean, he left season 14, right? So 14 years of character development. Did they all threw it away? Really? They threw away 14 years of character development.
Yeah, they should have had a better reason for him.
I get the actor wanted to leave. I guess he had family issues, but still, there was a better way,
to make him leave.
Yeah,
his character. But I think out of the same, I'm gonna go with Phoebe and Coop because I love Coop. I do, and I love Phoebe with Coop. So it's
I
Coop.
love them, but I think I'm gonna go with Alex and Joe. I just love how before he ended up leaving, he was there for her. He literally punched a guy who he thought was
her ex-husband when he came that one time.
Him too, but he punched a guy who he thought was hurting her. That's what he almost went to jail for. But you know how he was just there for her. He defended her against her ex-husband, and I thought it was so sweet, and I really love their relationship. Dago and Shira from Ice Age. I had to. I love them. Don't judge. Mel and Ben for Descendants.
Diego and Shira. That's an easy one.
It's not easy for me.
It is. Don't get me wrong. I like Ben and Mal, but really, there was issues there. She tried to be someone she wasn't. He wasn't understanding, but he did. She was afraid he didn't see her for who she really was. But that mirror that he painted in the second one, that showed that he did. But still, when she was changing her hair blonde and stuff like that, he should have known that wasn't her.
True.
But yeah, he was so consumed with his royal stuff that he didn't pay attention. And then like you said, I do understand why he got mad at her because she was lying to him and stuff. But I also understand why she felt she had to. But still, I like Diego and Shira. They have an edge. That's all I gotta say. They have an edge.
I don't know, because I love Diego and Shira, but I love Mel and Ben.
TikTok.
I'm gonna go with both, because I love them both for different reasons.
Can we go with both? Choose one.
It's my game. I can go with both at once. It's my channel.
Really? Is that how it works, people?
Yes.
Let me know in the comments if that's how it works.
It's my channel. That's how it works.
No, it's not. She needs to choose one. By the end of the video, I'm gonna make her choose one.
Okay. How are you gonna make me choose one?
They would hate to see the things I do to you here. They hate to be tickled.
So do you.
You're not supposed to tickle your mother.
You're not supposed to tickle your daughter.
That's not a rule. Okay.
Yes, it is. Oliver and Felicity from Arrow. I love their relationship. Oh my gosh.
Took me a minute to think who they were.
Rachel and Joey from Friends.
Oh, Oliver and Felicity. Yeah.
I love their relationship, and I hate Rachel and Joey together. I love their friendship.
Rachel and Joey should have never been together.
But Oliver and Felicity, they were so amazing together. You know, Felicity brought out a side of Oliver that no one could. Not Laurel, not Sarah. she made him happier, and he was less brooding and smiled more often. Darlene and David from Roseanne.
Mm.
Callie and Arizona from Grey's Anatomy. They're the two.
Yeah, I know who they
Okay.
are.
That I love Darlene and David, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Callie and Arizona.
Yeah, because David and Darlene, their relationship was really, he was a submissive to her, and I think she was a bully to him in reality. Now, the new show, The Connors, you learn that, David wasn't exactly a great father or husband,
Which I still don't
but
buy, but
when they were teenagers, she bullied him, and he pretty much kissed her butt, and I just don't get me wrong, did love them together when I used to watch the show, and I do still kind of like them together back then, but still, I think Callie and Arizona
I love Callie and Arizona's relationship. I hate what they end up doing to them. They never recovered after the plane crash. Arizona lost her leg, and it was Callie's decision. Arizona didn't want to lose her leg, but it was either her leg or her life. And what other thing would a wife do, you know? And not to mention, Arizona ended up yelling at her, saying that she always acted like she was a part of the plane crash when she wasn't. She's like she didn't lose anything, and she lost her best friend. And what Callie said still hurts me. She was like, apparently I lost you, but and then they end up going through the whole trial thing for custody of
won. I remember that.
Sophia. But yeah, but it did look. I think they did end up getting back together at the end because Callie left for Arizona, but Arizona ended up calling Callie right before she left, asking if she didn't mind if her and Sophia went down there. And then at the Alex and Joe's wedding, right before she left, she was texting Callie, and she had this big smile on her face. It looked like they were going to get back together.
I don't know.
One can dream.
So she says.
Penelope and Kevin from Criminal Minds.
I like them.
I do too. Fantasia likes her with Luke.
Who's Luke?
Luke Alves. He's the guy that plays
Oh.
Derek. Because he did ask her out in the last episode and she accepted. But I like her with Kevin. Annika and Aiden from Barbie and Magic of Pixies. Yeah, that's the one. No. Yes. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Okay. There's so many Barbie movies. It's hard to keep track sometimes. I love Penelope and Kevin, but I might have to go with Annika and Aiden.
I'm going with Annika and Aiden. Yeah.
I mean,
I like their banter. They didn't like each other. He could have cared less that she was a princess, and even as a princess, she was kind of a little bitch to him. Even though Penelope and Kevin, they're awesome together.
I love how they met and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think
the
it's
first
good.
time they saw each other.
Yeah, and I think it's good because I think Penelope does need someone who kind of understands her life, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Like her needs someone that's in that level with her, if that makes sense.
I agree with that.
Like Kevin. Prue and Andy from Charmed. Barry and Iris from The Flash. I think I have to go with Prue and Andy. I like Barry and Iris. They're not one of my favorite couples, but I love how they were friends since they were little kids, and then when they grew up, they became something more.
I kind of understand how you felt about the last group because I don't really have an opinion. Don't get me wrong, I like Barry and Iris together, and I like Prue and Andy together, but
I guess Prue and Andy and Barry and Iris is kind of similar. They were all kids when they were friends when they were kids, and then when they grew up, they became something so much more. And if Andy didn't die,
Andy's relationship, yeah, but later on she died. Maybe they ended up together in the heavens.
I would have loved to see like Andy take Prue at the end.
That would have been awesome.
But at the same time, I don't think because it left off with them just as season 3. You didn't know if anyone died.
Yeah, and Prue didn't want to be back on the show, so. But that still would have been awesome.
Yeah. Eric and Dominic from Barbie and Princess and the Pauper. Clara and Eric. Clara. I put Eric up. I think I meant Eric from Nutcracker.
Yeah. Um, I go with Erica and Dominic.
Me too. I like Claire and Eric. I love how there was this like understanding between them and how she found out that he was
She figured it
Nutcracker.
out. She
Yeah,
figured out
no
he
one
was the
else
prince.
could.
Yeah.
And then how she saved him at the end. But there's something about Erica and Dominic, you know,
Yeah,
how
because he understood her even when she was arrested and thought that she was
he
made to
believed her.
be, yeah, even though everyone thought that she was impersonating the princess, he could see inside her and saw that that wasn't true. And, that's an amazing feat.
Yeah.
So,
Betty and Archie from Riverdale.
mm, not.
Buffy and Angel from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I don't like either couple.
Mm. Oh. Well, I think I like Buffy and Angel a little bit more than Betty and Archie. Still, she belongs to Spike, and
He
she
belongs
belongs
to
to
Cordelia.
Jughead. Yeah, but
Angel belongs to
still, I don't
Cordelia.
have much of an opinion. I'm just going a smidgen towards the Buffy and
I
Angel.
don't know.
Some of these are hard.
They are. I mean, I can't stand Buffy and Angel together. You know, it's just Spike brings out something in Buffy, just like Cordelia brings something out in Angel. Something they can't do together. But at the same time, Betty and Archie, they were friends since they were kids. Honestly, I don't like Betty and Archie together, but I think I'm gonna have to go with them because they are friends, and there is that thing there. You know, what's that? Donna and Eric from that '70s show. Neville and Luna from Harry Potter. I'm going with them. Neville and Luna. They should have ended up together. I really liked them together. I loved, or maybe, well, I do love Donna and Eric together. I love how,
I love Donna and Eric because Donna was so out of Eric's league. She was. Everybody even told Eric this. And
and
people would
Donna
ask
was.
her why she wanted him. And it was because he had this amazing ability to make her laugh. And for me, that's one of the most amazing things is when a guy can really make you laugh.
Eric can be an idiot sometimes and make mistakes, but he was a good guy, and his heart
Yeah.
was always in the right place.
And he would do the dumbest stuff just to make her laugh. And to me, that's amazing. So I go with them.
Piper and Dan from Charmed. I'm probably gonna choose the other couple just because I hate
Yeah,
them.
I don't like Dan.
Alex and Maggie. What show is this from?
Get the heck out of me. Who's Alex and Maggie? Oh my gosh, she chose someone she doesn't even know who they are. All right, well then let's pick someone else, and then we'll maybe or maybe not figure that one out later.
uh, Rapunzel and Stefan from Barbie and Rapunzel. Rapunzel and Stefan.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
that.
Piper and Dan, I do love Rapunzel and Stefan together.
Yeah, well, it's Rapunzel, and I hate Dan, so that's just a no-brainer.
Yeah. Riley and Farkle from Girl Meets World, just because they should have ended up together. Regina and Robin from Once Upon a Time. Ooh, that's hard. I love both couples.
I go with Regina and Robin. I do. I like Regina. And I'm not a big fan of Girl Meets World. I used to watch Boy Meets World, but I'm not a big fan of Girl Meets World. But I do think Riley and Farkle would have been great together. But I still go with Regina and Robin.
I think there's just so many scenes on Girl Meets World, especially later on, that just shows the deep understanding and bond the two of them have. And I think it could have been explored so much more instead of having, the whole love triangle and Riley and Lucas.
Yeah, that love triangle is.
Ron and Hermione from Harry Potter because they're awesome.
They are.
Giselle and Han from Fast Furious. I love Giselle and Han, but I'm gonna have to go with Ron and Hermione. They're just their end game, their goals.
I agree.
Yeah.
I like Ron and Hermione. I like their relationship. I like, you know, everything about them. And Giselle is awesome and Han is awesome, but it's no Ron and Hermione. So I agree with you there.
Gamora and Peter from Guardians of the Galaxy. I love their relationship.
You're so fucking funny.
Dean and Cass from Supernatural. That's hard.
Oh, I go with the green girl, and
Gamora and Peter.
that's who I said. Yes.
Oh, this is so hard.
Don't get me wrong. Cass and Dean are both hotties, and but still, well, I told you earlier, I like guys that can make you laugh, and Peter always could make, what's her name again?
Gamora.
Gamora laugh, and with Cass and Dean.
Did he though? She thought he was an idiot half the time.
That's true, but that's why she liked him.
True.
But Dean to me seemed a little brooding, I guess.
Okay.
Because of his life, I get that. Because of his life.
Yeah, but he was also the funny one.
Still.
He could always crack jokes and make light of the situation.
I still like Peter.
I love.
Cass is a hottie.
I love Gamora and Peter, but I'm going to have to go with Dean and Cass on this one. Their relationship was just so amazing, and I think they should have become a couple.
I thought they did towards the end.
Well, in the right before the last episode, Cass sacrificed himself to save Dean, and
which is ultimate love,
and told Dean that he loved him, and Dean sat there crying and even ignored calls from Sam.
They admitted their love, but they weren't ever actually together.
Yeah. But Dean couldn't say anything to Cass before he ended up dying. And apparently...
This on the last episode?
A couple episodes before last episode.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm still mad at what they did to Dean's character. Like, killing him off like that. Really? Apparently they had a different ending set, but apparently they did that because of COVID restrictions. They couldn't have all the characters they wanted to come back or something.
Oh.
So they sort of just waited to give us the ones we wanted.
Addison and Zed.
Zombies.
I knew that. You think I didn't know that? I knew that. I have kids. Trust me, I know all these dumb buddy shows.
Dracula and Claw.
Okay. I'm going with Addison and Zed because I like Dracula.
I'm going with Dracula and Claw just because I love their relationship. I love how they have this kind of forbidden relationship at first. Like,
so does Addison and Zed. He's a zombie, she's immortal. Or she might be an alien. We don't know at this point.
Well, vampire. Vampire beats everything but witch.
She does have a point there. But still, I think Addison and Zed brought something out in each other. But, Claude did understand Dracula's stupidity. And I'm sorry. Her voice just really annoys me.
But
I want to punch her in the throat every time
I hear her voice. How many times do I have to tell you, despite her voice, think about the character?
She doesn't drink blood.
That's why she's awesome.
Claude's a little bit of a wimp. I still have to go with Addison and Zed. I'm sorry.
Caddy and Pharaoh from Monster High.
Who?
Caddy and Pharaoh.
Okay.
Fifi and Cole. I think I wrote them down twice. Okay, so.
I will say because we already. That's how much she loves Cole.
Katie and Daryl from what's this movie called?
Oh my god, what's your issue?
Scary Godmother.
Who? Oh my god! I'm gonna go with them. Because their relationship is just so, I guess, cute and funny, He was kind of dumb a little bit when she was doing these little
trades.
Yeah.
And he's like, kiss. And she's like, kiss.
And when they acted out the mom and dad scene, oh, honey. It was so freaking funny. It was so freaking funny.
I do like them together, but I do go with Caddy and Pharaoh.
You just had to disagree with me, didn't you?
No. I love how Pharaoh helps Caddy get her music back, her inspiration, and Caddy convinced Pharaoh that made him realize that giving up his music would only make him unhappy. Yeah, and I love the scene when he revealed that he's also Seth, and then they start singing that epic duet. That's my favorite Monster High song, and yeah, so Odette and Daniel from Barbie and Swan Lake. Piper and Leo from Charmed. I'm going with them. Piper and Leo's
Piper and
relationship
Leo,
is
yeah.
just amazing.
They
Went through a
been
lot.
been through everything
Yes.
and still in the end ended together. They went through a divorce, 2 kids, well, 3 kids later on,
Not
and
to mention the whole forbidden part,
yeah,
being torn
and
apart again and again. Not to mention, that
not that they had other people coming in between them like Dan and stuff like that, but they
the
also had
elders
the elders,
and
and
the
then
whole and death. That scene still makes me cry whenever she
yeah,
has to say goodbye to him to save his life.
and yeah, so
Jackie and Kelso from that 70 show. Don't like them.
mm,
Cleo and Deuce from Monster High. I'm going with them.
I do like Cleo and Deuce. Their relationship is amazing, even with her father and sister trying to pull them apart. Uh, and he understands her selfishness and crap like that, and because she is quite selfish. They have a nice relationship. It's just like a perfect bond. You know,
Yes.
they accept each other for their flaws,
Yeah.
and despite what everybody else tries to do, their relationship is strong. So
I love the relationship.
yeah, I like Deuce.
Bonnie and Robin from How I Met Your Mother.
I like them together.
I do. A lot more than Ted and Robin.
I don't like Robin.
I liked that one post I saw a while ago where it said, Ted always worried Robin wasn't the perfect girl for him. Barney always worried he wasn't the perfect guy for her. See the difference?
That's true.
Lily and Marshall from How I Met Your Mother, them, obviously. They're just couple
Yeah.
goals from beginning to end.
Yeah, they do have a good relationship, and Lily's just crazy.
And they
And
make
he
each other
understand.
laugh,
Yeah,
and
and he
they
understands her.
understand each
Yeah,
other.
and they do have a pretty awesome relationship.
Yeah,
They really
and
do.
they talk.
They do.
They talk about everything.
And they understand everything.
Yeah, and gotta love them.
Yeah, they do have a good relationship. You got to give them that.
And then Hook from Once Upon a Time. I hate them. Anna and Kristoff from Frozen. Anna and Kristoff.
Of
I love them
course,
together.
of course.
Emma Hook suck, but Anna and Kristoff are amazing. I love them.
Yeah, I love their relationship because she's just crazy, and he could have cared less that she was a princess, and he couldn't stand her at first, and then
They fell in love.
yeah, and then even in the second one, when he was so understanding when she kept running after her sister, and in the end he was still there.
He would always be there. I just
Yeah,
love it.
they have a good relationship.
I have an Anna and Kristoff. I'm sure you've seen them. Little action sort of things.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show them to you later. But I used to keep them over there. They're on my bookshelf now. But one time Emerald was in here and she ended up turning them to face each other like they were kissing. And I was laughing at that. I was like, oh my gosh.
That's cute. She loves Anna from Frozen.
I love Anna and Kristoff. I think Kristoff is severely underrated. He's a great guy. Like that Frozen shirt I bought, I barely wear it because I have issues because Kristoff isn't on there. They have Anna, Elsa, Olaf, and Sven, but no Kristoff. That's
Why would
bogus.
Sven be there, not Kristoff?
Exactly. They should at least have them together.
Yeah.
Julie and Luke from Julie and the Phantoms.
Mm.
I love them together. Alice and Robin from Once Upon a Time. Oh, that's hard.
Once again, I don't have a big feeling about either one. Alice and Robin were cute together, and Julie and Luke, I guess, have an understanding. But if I had to choose, I would go with Alice and Robin. I think they're cuter than Julie and Luke. And considering the fact that Alice is little woohoo, and Robin understood that and was there for her, and I.
Yeah, they're cute. But I really love Julie and Luke. I think I'm gonna go with them.
His life to disagree with their mom.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure we agreed with several of these already. Gabriella and Troy. Sarah and Ava from Legends of Tomorrow.
Who's Ava?
See Sarah's girlfriend. I know in the latest crossover, you did get to see Ava because she called onto the Wave Rider, and you saw a guy and a girl talking to her. The girl's her girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
You don't really get see them
Well,
together in
I
any
don't remember
crossovers.
that, but I'm gonna go with Sarah and Ava anyway because I do not like Gabrielle and Troy.
Gabriella.
Gabriella and Troy.
She always
Um,
gets Gabriella and Gabrielle confused.
tell her to shut up. So I'm
I
gonna go with Sarah and Ava mainly because I really don't like
I do
Gabrielle and
like
Troy.
Gabriella and Troy, which you know, but I'm gonna have to go with Sarah and Ava. I just love how they hated each other when they first met.
She
I mean,
loves Sarah,
hated.
so
I do love Sarah. I'm obsessed with her. But they hated each other when they first met, but then, you know, they started falling for each other and it was just so sweet. And when Sarah, you know how she has that whole bloodthirst about her because she was resurrected in the Lazarus pit. Well, she kind of went all evil at one point on the Wave Rider, and then Ava was able to bring her back. It was such a sweet moment, and I really do like them together.
I don't really watch Legends a whole lot. So
Emily and Hutch from Corona Wines, because I think they should
mm,
have been together. I ship them. Annalise and Julian from Princess and Popper. I'm going with Emily and Hutch.
mm, I agree with you on
Really?
that one.
I'm surprised, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, if I had to pick the two, um,
I don't know, I just think Emily and Hutch could have been such
did
an
we already
amazing
do
couple.
Annalise?
No, we did Erica. We did Annika too.
Annika, right. Well, anyway, I do think Emily and Hotch, they look like they could have made something special there.
Yeah, I ship them. I do.
Okay, tired.
Taz, Max, and Ruby from Scary Godmother. I do like
I
them together. I think they have an interesting relationship to say the least. Hannah and Orson from Scary Godmother. I think they could have been. I want them to be a couple when they grow up. I do.
like Hannah and Orson. I'm gonna
I'm
go with
gonna go
that.
with them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I like
I
them.
really like their relationship, and I love how Hannah got through to his parents to get him to dress up for Halloween.
Yeah,
And
and I like them two together.
yeah,
Yeah.
Cheryl and Tony from Riverdale. Meredith and Derek from Grey's Anatomy. I love Cheryl and Tony, but I'm gonna go with Meredith and Derek.
Hmm.
I mean, they had something from their episode 1.
I go with Meredith and Derek too
Who
because
doesn't like Cheryl and Tony?
I like Cheryl. She's pretty.
I mean, as a
I like
couple.
Tony. She's pretty too.
I mean, as a couple. I didn't mean the characters
I don't.
individually.
I don't really have an opinion about them
Uh,
either way. I don't hate them together, but I don't really care about them together. It's just
I do. I like them together. But Meredith Derek, they just had something from episode 1, and I'm still
they had
sad
one
they
of
killed
those
them off.
everlasting loves,
Yeah.
the kind words,
And it's like they showed,
forever and to die
yeah,
for.
and they showed like every up and down a couple can have through marriage, through dating, and they were able to get through all of it. Because in the end, the most important thing was their love for each
Mm,
other.
true.
JJ and Will from Colonel Mines, I love them
Mm,
together. Scarlet Witch and Vision from Marvel. I
mm,
did like Scarlet Witch and Vision from what we saw of them, but I'm gonna have to go with JJ and Will. I haven't really watched much Marvel. The only time I saw Scarlet Witch and Vision together was Infinity War.
during the fight, that's all I remember.
Oh well, it still shows several scenes from them.
Oh, we'll see. All I really
It
remember
showed them
was.
like in an apartment and they were walking when they got attacked, and then it showed how he kept trying to get her to kill him, and she kept being like, "No, I'm not gonna kill
I
you."
don't really like one more than the other, but if I had to choose, I'd pick JJ and Will.
I love JJ and Will together. I do. They're just so cute, and Will's very understanding with JJ and her job and stuff, and it's just I
I think
love
it
it.
helps that he was a cop too.
True. Kara and Monel from Supergirl. Laguna and Gil from Monster High.
I'm gonna go with Kara and Monel. I liked Monel. I think him and Kara had, and they hated each other first too.
I don't like Monel at first.
Yeah, he was. Well, he was dead. But yeah, later on, he did grow on me a lot. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Lagoon and Gil, but I think I like Kara and Monel more. I mean, I think he.
I love Laguna and Gil, but I think I'm gonna go with Kara and
Yeah.
Monel too. I thought they were good
Yeah, I
together.
was upset when he ended up, being married to somebody else, and yeah.
Jackie and Hyde from That 70 Show.
That's better than the other two with Jackie.
Oh, Alex and Willie from Julian Phantoms.
Mm.
Oh, I love Alex and Willie, but I'm gonna have to go with Jack and Hyde.
I go with Jackie and Hyde.
They
Yeah.
brought something out in each other.
He brought more humanity into Jackie, and then Jackie brought more
Life.
heart into
Heart.
him. Yeah. Um, and I think that he even liked her from the very beginning. Maybe that was the real reason he kept trying to get Kelso to break up with her. But he hit on Donna in the very beginning of the show.
He did like Donna in the very beginning. I wouldn't say he liked her at the very beginning, but I do think he started to like her early on.
There was something about her
that intrigued him.
Yeah, that's
like
a good word.
The prom, for one instance, punching that guy that calls her a bee.
I think he looked at her as someone who needed saving more than Donna. And I think he liked being her hero. I do. And Kelso could have cared less to be her hero.
Yeah.
And so I think they brought that out of each other.
And I think a part of them like needed each other.
Yeah, and I think they should have ended up together.
Rachel and Ross from Friends.
Who doesn't love them?
Jenny and Harry from Harry Potter. I love Rachel and Ross, but I'm gonna have to go with Jenny and Harry.
Rachel and Ross.
You just like to agree with me. Or disagree with me.
I do, but still. Yeah, she's my favorite eldest daughter.
And
you have it on tape that I said you're my favorite eldest daughter.
But you have to say it on tape.
Not. I could be honest.
What? What? See what I have to deal with on a daily.
She loves me.
So, Jenny and Harry, I love how, she liked him at the beginning and he kind of just saw her as his best friend's little sister. But then when she grew up and matured, he saw a whole new side to her and then he fell in love with her. And I really loved seeing that. Yeah. And I really
And she was understanding.
Yes.
To him. But still, I like the fire that Ross and Rachel had. Which is why I like Hermione and Ron so much, because they had a fire about them.
Monica and Chandler from Friends.
Pretty good.
Buffy and Spike from Buffy's Vampire Slayer.
Oh, we're going with Buffy and Spike. Yeah. We're both going with Buffy and Spike.
Yes, definitely. I love Monica and Chandler, but Buffy and Spike are just amazing.
Yeah, they're just forever, and
they should have been together.
Yeah, truly. Spike, he's just amazing.
Me and Brian from Fast and Furious, I love them. Rosella and Antonio from my mind went blank. Island Princess. Okay,
I go with
me and Brian. That's who I go with too. I love Rosella and Antonio. They had this they both loved adventure, and she was like unlike any girl he's ever met before, and she didn't care that he was a prince or whatever. But me and Brian, they just had something from the beginning, and I love how Mia, most of her friends, most people in her life are there because of her brother, because her brother's the only person she ever had, and then all of his friends became her friends. She didn't really have anyone for herself. And then Brian told her how she was the one
she was the reason he came in, which actually wasn't true. He was on an investigation of her brother. So.
Well, yeah, but it was her that he really liked. Yeah. She was the reason why he started questioning things.
And why he stayed.
Yes. And he said how her being friends with her brother was just a bonus, which I think meant a lot to her because most people in her life were there because of her brother.
Yes.
And I love their relationship, and so this is the last one. Cordelia and Angel, and who is Alex and Maggie? Why don't I remember?
I don't know. It's your show. So we'll go with.
I can look it up. See.
We'll go with Cordelia and Angel.
But that doesn't count because I'm gonna try something. It's probably not gonna work, but I want to see if it does for the hell of it. Okay, so TV, Alex and Maggie, right? Yeah. Alex and Maggie.
Let's see what comes up, people.
Yeah, I'm curious. Oh, Supergirl. That's where I got it.
Oh, okay.
I forgot.
Okay, I think I'll go with Alex and Maggie then,
I'll go.
because
I didn't think you liked them together.
I like Alex and Maggie.
Oh, I didn't think you did.
Maggie's what's his favorite sister, right?
No, I don't remember her name. That's why I didn't put her. Maggie's the girl she was engaged with for a while.
Oh, then no, no, no.
Yeah,
I thought
I don't
that
remember
was.
her name. That's why I didn't put her because I almost did
Oh,
and I didn't remember her name.
yeah, but well, I guess I'll go with Cordelia and Angel then,
I
'cause I don't really like
I loved Cordelia and Angel's relationship and Angel before they ruined Cordelia's character. I just like the whole Spike bringing something out in Buffy that Angel couldn't. And Cordelia brought something out in Angel that Buffy couldn't. I mean, I still remember this one scene when you meet Fred's parents, and I don't think she watched that much Angel except for the first
I
season.
watched the first season. That was it.
But there was this big battle, so Cordelia had kind of become their medic or something. She was kind of bandaging up everyone, and then she finished one person. She was like, "Okay, who's next?" Then Angel. You would never picture Angel do this on Buffy, but he jumped up and he was like, "Ooh, me," like a little kid, and only Cordelia can bring that side
I
out
was
of
gonna
him.
say because on Buffy he was more brooding all the time.
Yes,
He was like a tortured soul,
and he
never
was like
happy,
he was
never.
like that at the beginning of Angel too, but hanging around with Cordelia all the time, she brought something out of him that was so
The same way
beautiful.
Spike was more understanding to Buffy.
Yes,
He
exactly.
he loved Buffy even without a soul.
Yes.
Angel, as soon as he lost his soul, Buffy didn't matter to him
Yeah.
anymore. So to me, that's more true love.
Yeah.
So
And I really did like Cordelia and Angel together. I'm still mad at what they did to Cordelia's character, but yeah. So I guess that's it for this video. Please like and subscribe and comment if you like this video, if you agree with any of these ships, and yeah. So
or if you have suggestions of different videos
yeah.
that you want. She has 5 siblings, so if you want any of them to do a video with her, just bring it up. And
I've tried doing a video with them before.
yeah, she says her younger siblings are hard to control, but
They're annoying.
so
I am not. I
oh.
am not. Ignore her.
All right.
Okay, so I will see you guys later.